Welcome to Pole Hook Golf, the podcast, hosted by Matt Cook and Mike Perez.
Holy cow, and we are back for round number 4. Mikey, we made it through 3 episodes. We are on episode number 4, and I'm so pumped today. We have Mr. Short Game on the episode. He's been spending some time down in Augusta. Cheers, gentlemen. We have had a blast doing 3 episodes so far. Last episode was with David Ledbetter, and now we get the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Short Game himself. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, my God, do you ever need to check it out? It is so freaking good. I was telling Mikey the other day, I'm like, holy cow, I never knew about Mr. Short Game up until Mikey Perez. So Mikey, why don't you give a quick introduction to Mr. Short Game?
Mr. Short Game, welcome, my friend. It's great to see you. Mr. Short Game and I got the pleasure to meet him when he came to town at the Bridges. I'm coming live from the Bridges in Rancho Santa Fe, just to let you know.
Oh, you sandbagging son of a bitch, you.
You know, I'm here live from the Bridges. I'm staying on property with a good friend of mine, and that was the goal this week. But back to Mr. Short Game. That's where we met the first time. Then we went out to Mar the next day, and we had a blast there. We still won, even though I had no right side and a knee, which was nice somehow. I don't know how I did it. But the third day, I got snapped my leg, and that was it. So that was December 4th. And
wait, was that the knee?
Yeah, that's yeah, that was the knee.
Wow.
And,
so Mr. Short Game, you were there for the famous metal
he was there
knee
to see
replacement
the low
need.
right.
There was a need there. Yeah. It was a knee.
He was there for the low right, skinny, stuck, or flick swing, and but we still won.
We kept us in the match. That's all I know. The knee kept us alive for most of the round.
My partner carried me.
He did at the Bridges. He did.
Oh, yeah. Well, is that not the best 3 you've ever seen, Mr. Casey?
Casey was the minute he swung on the first hole, my partner Mike and I looked at each other and we're like, we're in trouble. We're in big trouble.
You know, he just had back surgery done too.
Ouch.
Just right around when I had my knee, we both got like crippled at the same time. I had my full knee replacement, Mako. Robot do my knee January 21st, so I'm just over 10 weeks now, and I played golf 4 weeks for 5 times now, and it feels night and day. So
that's good. I have that effect on people.
Yeah, you do.
Snap their knee, they tweak their back.
My knee, you snap my knee, and then I got it fixed just for you.
Wow. Good stuff. We had a good time.
Bob, Mr. Short Camp's great. I mean, we had a great time those days. I can honestly say that. He's very knowledgeable about the game, especially when it comes to short game. I remember my dad calling me one day saying, boy, that Mr. Short Game knows what he's talking about. And my dad's like one of the best chippers and putters in the world. And he gave you props saying, Mr. Short Game's great. I go, yeah, he is. He knows what he's talking about. He's not some average asshole out there who doesn't know what he's talking about. So, I mean, thank you so much for coming on.
My pleasure.
We really appreciate it, and sorry it's late. I know it's late for you because I'm an idiot and don't know how to work a computer remotely and download all this crap.
Audience, if you don't understand by now, because we've talked about it on 3 episodes of Mike's technical difficulties, he's doing this remotely, so it has been an absolute damn nightmare trying to get him set up. I mean, you are slumming it at the Bridges right now. I mean, what'd you do? You took a picture for Instagram that was some G-Wagon that was turned into like some truck. It looked fantastic, by the way.
It wasn't turned into. Those are hard to get.
Oh man, and it was like matte black. I mean, it was fancy stuff.
Fowler's got a 6x6.
You're definitely slumming it, but I do. So one of the things
the executive workout
we want to talk about with Mr. Short Game. You recently spent some time in Augusta and certainly took a look at the big cats. We'll be talking about some of those things. Also, Dude Perfect, you were cluing us into some of the things that they were doing out there, and a pretty cool segment that they had. But also, we want to talk to you about some of your recent reviews about some of the best golf courses that you've been at. So let's start off, though, with the main topic of the hour, where our podcast listeners don't realize what's behind us right now, but we've got number 12 of Amen Corner, And my God, does it look just absolutely fabulous. And it is Masters week. So this will end up being released the Wednesday after the Masters.
Jordan's favorite hole.
Oh boy, I was there for that. I was actually there for that. Yeah, I've got a story there, but I'm not going to share it yet. But Mr. Short Game, tell us, how was Augusta? What was it looking like? And what's a little bit of your feedback?
So, well, it's my first time ever on property there. So
First time.
Yeah, deer in headlights for
You
me.
live 2 hours away.
I'm about 2.5 hours away. I moved here, July 2020. So
I remember my first time. Mr.
All right,
Short
I'll
Game.
give you an excuse. I'll let that slide.
So, it takes a minute to get to know the right people, and then eventually you hit the sweet spot and you get invited. So it doesn't look anything like your photo back there. I mean, we've had a cooler spring, like entry into spring. So the azaleas aren't full bloom and the trees haven't got all their leaves yet. So unfortunately it looks great, but not quite like that.
Mr. Short Game, isn't it crazy the difference of 18 that you can't see on TV? When you're walking up 18, it's a 2.5, 3 club difference. I mean, it's very different.
Right. That's what everybody says is, the slopes at Augusta are, the TV doesn't do any justice none. And that's for sure. And I expected that. So I was like going into it thinking, okay, and so that I was ready for that. I wasn't ready for let's say you're on the par 3, I didn't know 16 was right down the hill.
Yeah.
And so you could see that. And so to be in certain locations and see what you can see from there, that's really what I was looking forward to.
Right. And you can post up, and get 3 holes in right there.
Well, one of the best spots is that 15 to 16. I mean, you sit right there. You got the par 3. Behind you is the par 5. I mean, just a great spot to kind of catch.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
There's so many good spots out there.
There's so many great spots. I was the only guy in blue jeans, Chuck Taylors, and a T-shirt, and a beanie or something if it was cold, and a zip-up Hurley sweater.
That's awesome.
Everyone
My
else
heart
is out there.
hurts listening to you right now.
Everybody else is dressed like they're going to tee off in 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm cold. I'm wearing jeans, Chucks, Volcom, or whatever, Hurley sweaters, and whatever. And my brother's looking at me like, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a buddy of mine who was volunteering there, he said, Matt, you're not going to see a squirrel on the property.
No.
And I'm like, yeah, come on. It's golf.
Squirrel?
Yeah, like a squirrel. Little things like that. He gave me all these little insights. Like, you won't see this. You won't see. I didn't see once. There's no squirrels on the property.
No birds either. And you hear it on the broadcast.
Yeah, you know what's amazing?
And you hear it on the broadcast every single year. Literally, you will never see a bird at Augusta National because there's no bird poo.
Well,
I don't know what's up. I didn't see a bird. I could hear them, but I never saw them. But the squirrels, they give them a 2-week vacation out to the to the Gulf Coast for the week or something.
That is a recording the whole week behind it, 100%.
They got to pump it. They got to pump in some sound.
It is. That's what it is.
It's epic. CBS, and there's a huge difference between the women's amateur audio and then Thursday. You're like, what happened?
I did watch 50
friends.
seconds of that. I did watch 50 seconds of that. Which I can't believe. I'm surprised they didn't have it sooner. Because that was just last week, right?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
I'm surprised they did it so close to the Masters.
They did it last year too. No, but that was the whole thing with Fred Ridley. He really wanted to have them have that experience because women don't get the opportunity to play. Yeah. Well, that brings in a whole nother topic to where, what about the women professional golfers that never got a chance to play Augusta National?
Well,
how shaded or jaded are those girls? My God.
How about the fact they air that during the major of the women's tour? Like to directly compete with the major. It's
a shot
right there.
You know what? I never even thought of that. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Who watched that on Saturday?
Yeah. I did.
Who won that tournament?
I watched the what tournament?
Yeah, exactly.
LPGA event?
Yeah.
Kucho.
Okay, yeah. Oh, she Cupcho won?
Kucho, yeah.
All right, well, that's awesome. She won the inaugural.
She almost. I mean, she shot 74-5 and it won by 2. 3-putted 18 for bogey to win by 2.
So she won, and she won the inaugural women's Augusta Amateur.
Really?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
She won the
back to
first.
back?
Well, no, that was
Weekends.
like three. That was 3 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good for her. I didn't know that.
Good to know.
Yeah, I thought it was Brittany Lincecum, so they look identical. You know,
Right.
They look identical. Let's be honest.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they both beat the
Now-
shit out of me. I know that.
One of the most underrated things at Augusta National that is technically fake or not real is the spray painted walkway. Did you notice that with the gravel?
You talking about
So
our back?
they keep it green for the
Yeah.
walkways that go across the fairways. So it's like a little tiny. I want to say when I was there, and it's been a couple of years now, but it's like a green kind of gravelly material.
No,
No,
it's grass.
no,
it's
it's grass.
it's fairway. I reached down and I rubbed it,
Hey, I've been inside
and
the
it was
ropes,
grass at least this
so
year.
I know it's grass.
Yeah, it's grass. I grabbed it. I picked
But-
it.
but-
I
but-
checked it out.
By day Sunday, I mean, is it still grass?
Yeah, yeah.
So they just spray paint the grass.
Yeah, not to rub it in anymore though, Matty. I did get to hit a shot at number 9 for the par 3.
Wow, that's messed up, man.
Double
Yeah,
T.
you
Nice.
gotta
Sorry.
throw that
the
in
bib
there.
went
huh?
right up my ass, and Pat's irons were like 3 degrees flat at the time. And I think at the time I was like 1 or 2 up, and the tee box was there, very thin. I got Watson, Player, a couple of the big boys behind me, and I caught it a little thin, but it still hit because the jumpsuit went right up my ass. Like
Yeah.
I take the backswing, and I'm like, ooh. And then Pat's irons, I was afraid to
Didn't
chuck
a
it in the
caddy
water.
recently make a hole in one, by the way?
Yeah, that was Nicholas's.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Nicholas's grandson or something?
I
like
just
that?
had to throw it
Did
right
he?
back at Mikey.
Little
on that
crystal?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not Nicholas though. It's different.
Touche.
It's Mr. Short Game.
Well, the biggest topic right now at Augusta is obviously the big cat, Tiger
Yeah.
Woods. And what was your take on him? So getting to see him up close and personal, I mean, does he look like he missed a beat?
No,
Yeah.
not at all. He looks like I saw him. Well, we all saw him play Riviera. What, 17 whatever months ago?
Months ago.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like his back's tweaked, but that's about it. Like
It's been tweaked though.
Yeah.
We did a deal with Tiger for a golf simulator way back when I was in Golf Tech, and my God, there were times to where he couldn't even sit down or gingerly get up in order to play blackjack or poker, and it was like you just never saw him playing again. And so I don't think that's ever going to be something that is outside of the realm. And I think that might be one of the reasons why, by the way, the leg might be doing pretty good and holding up pretty good. It might actually be the back that has held him from saying, yes, I'm 100%
If
playing.
he's on the
but
juice, he's fine.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing, but he looked, obviously he was walking a little
I
slow.
do.
But I mean, I think that's just in preparation for the tournament.
Yeah.
Like just to keep your emotions. Like you got to practice. I mean, Mikey, you got to practice your emotional levels as you walk from tee box to tee box.
That's right, brother.
That's
And
as much as the process.
That's right. And how many times has the big cat let his emotion out? You know, I saw him walk by 30 kids today that were holding the flag, waiting for his autograph. He's not going to sit there and sign them.
No.
He is in his zone. The blinders are on.
Yeah, but
It's
what
like-
happens? I mean, it's been
No,
17 months. PNC Championship doesn't count as a golf tournament, in my
No.
opinion. What happens when the adrenaline just pumps on hole number 1?
Jordan doesn't have to pump for him. He's fine.
Well, I'll tell you what, when there were thousands of people around the first tee box on Monday, when he teed off, and every hole after that, it was like a Sunday at any other event
how
where
about on
Tiger
the practice green?
on the practice green when he walked up. He walked up from nowhere. People are cheering. He's hitting a putt on the practice green,
Yeah.
and he from 6 feet, and it rolls in, and people cheered like he just made a birdie on 16 on
love
Sunday
it.
afternoon. You're
I
like,
love it.
what's going on? You've just never seen that.
No,
And
it's
on a
not gonna happen.
Monday.
This might be the last moments that we get to watch the GOAT.
No,
He's
No way.
going full bore. You think he's gonna let Phil win at 51 and him not? Are you crazy? No way. No way.
No. If
I
Phil
agree.
can win at 50, Tiger could win with one leg.
Correct.
He's
Correct.
done that. U.S. Open.
U.S.
Yeah,
Open 2008.
he'll do it again.
Maniac.
Oh, Matt, that was another one I was at too, Matt, for the whole week. And
Oh,
I had a
great.
great time.
That's fantastic.
You know,
Yeah, very,
well, it was
very
on my
good,
home
Mike.
course that I
Very,
grew up
very
on.
good.
Street over here, about, I don't know, 30 minutes away.
I was
Yeah.
nearby. I was living in San Diego at the time.
Yeah, that was my home course. Hey, I filled a lot of sand in those divots to help that grass grow when I was a kid.
That's
bring out the
fantastic.
Mexican side of me.
Thank God
That's what
for
we did
that.
at 5 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Look at Mr. Short Game. Love that.
Appreciate that.
We love that. Yes, you're welcome.
Especially
all
around
you
the
San
greens.
Diego residents, all you San Diego residents, you're welcome for all the good seed back in the day because of Pat and I filling up divots and doing everything on weekends so we can play golf for free at Torrey Pines.
Wow, how about that?
And take the city bus.
I
love it.
That's just. I'll give you a cheers to that because, that does say a little bit something about being a blue collar worker in San Diego.
Yeah.
Playing playing golf.
My brother makes it sound like my parents didn't do anything with their life. I mean, it's such a bunch of shit. My mom sold real estate out here. He
Yeah.
did wonderful. My dad did great. He started Pro Kids Golf Academy. Got fucked by Ernie Hahn. Not Ernie Hahn. Gee, I love Ernie Hahn. Ernie Wright, some football player.
Yeah, you better get that Ernie
Oh,
right.
Yeah,
Ernie
we're
Hahn,
trying-
I love you. I mean, Ernie Hahn, I love you. He donated the thing, but our parents were working. We had to take the bus, so we had, we didn't get cars when we turned 16. We got nothing, Could they have bought them? Probably. Were they going to? No. Especially the way we were at 16, 18 years old. No chance.
I had heard about you guys.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or
my
your brother,
parents
at
worked
least.
their asses off for us and put us in the good schools. But that's what our parents, and I love my mom and dad for it, and then my stepmom Sue. They've all done good things for us, and all the people that's surrounded us. That's the way it should be. And
It's awesome.
That I seem like it's gone
is
now,
really
like
cool.
with a lot of things. But yeah, I mean, fuck. My parents did everything for us. And if we had to take the city bus from Cardiff and our Cardiff house up to Torrey Pines with our clubs on there. And
Oh my
get
God!
off-
Talk about a hike, Mikey. I mean, goddamn,
Cardiff-
going
no,
from
taking a
Cardiff
city
down
bus.
to Torrey Pines.
That's
Holy
like-
shit!
That's 15 stops on a city bus going through Slum Beach. You gotta go through this.
Oh my God! You're going along the coastline. Most people would die for
When
that.
you're 12 years old and you're a kid and you got your golf clubs and all
Yeah.
this, on a
How many
city
times
bus.
you get robbed on
Golf
that
wasn't
Cardiff
cool.
bus?
I would have killed him. I would have killed him. Yeah, right. The mean streets of Cardiff.
It's the most bougiest
mean
bus you could
streets.
possibly be on.
The
There's
308
tourists, there's
the-
sightseers. It might be more
308
embarrassing
South.
than anything,
The
but there's
308
sightseers on those buses.
I think they
There's the
serve.
308 South.
Yeah, they serve cappuccino on that ride, don't they?
Oh, kids are yeah, right. Yeah,
Not only
right.
cappuccino, they got mochas, they got
Yeah.
everything.
Maybe in Hotlanta.
Hey, I was while you were doing that, I was sneaking on mission trails with a plastic bag full of golf balls I found in the bushes, trying not to get bit by rattlesnakes.
Nice. I finished second there to Trouble Immelman. Immelman kicked my ass by what? Cannot kick, but at Mission Trails Junior World 13-14.
Oh,
At
Mission, yeah.
Trails. Yeah.
Immelman, huh?
Immelman, yeah.
And all I got is
I'm
the
sitting
BC
here
Open,
talking to
guys.
you guys. I'm sitting here talking with you guys, and that guy's on Golf Channel with a Masters trophy.
Yeah, well, he's got a green
he's
jacket.
So good. He is so good.
He's
Mike,
like the
he's-
best
Immelman.
commentator. Yeah.
He really is.
Well, I'm talking about his golf
Love
game, but
Wow.
and he's a great commentator. He's a great human being. I love everything about Trevor Immelman. I always have since I dumped a bucket of water on him when we went to Japan when he won Japan Cup. And
I think he's a better
third.
commentator now than he was a golfer, if that's fair to say.
He had a couple. He had a couple.
I mean,
injuries and stuff.
listen, he had a great career. Great
won the
career.
Masters.
But he's also a great
Yeah.
commentator now. Like
the Masters.
that's a well-rounded career, right? I mean, to take it from
Correct.
actually playing the sport to then commentating. I mean, you
Yeah.
see it a lot in sports, and it's not easy to do.
Look at
There's not a
Colt
lot of
Knowles.
guys that can do it. Yeah.
Colty's the fucking Gravy's doing amazing right now. Big Gravy is doing great right now, and
But-
I love him for it.
As we're talking about some of these beautiful golf courses, now I know, Mr.
Mm-hmm.
Short Game, you have been reviewing some great golf courses recently. Tell us about a couple of them.
So, well, I mean, I've been to a bunch of places.
Tell us your favorites.
Okay, my favorite course that I've reviewed would be the bridges with
Really?
with Mike. Yeah. That, I mean, just the amenities.
Look at Mikey's face.
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah.
The shower, the locker room, the snack shacks,
The Richard Helmstetter.
yeah, all
building.
that stuff, everything. It makes it really like when you're there, you got everything. You're not in. There's nothing that they don't have that you want.
The scenery sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then obviously it's in the worst part of town too.
Yeah,
so
right. Yeah, the mean streets of Rancho Santa Fe.
so that place is pretty amazing. I would say. And then, I mean, right down the street is Grand Del Mar, which is up there.
That was
That's
a
a
great
great
day
place,
too, wasn't
too.
it?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was a
And,
great course.
and then
That
I
was
would
a
say
great time.
Sherwood would be up there on the top of the ones I've reviewed so far.
So, Maddie, I did promise him that I'm supposed to get him out in the desert once my knee healed. I got to
Yeah.
get him
Where are we
Madison.
going?
Madison and Hideaway. We definitely can go to
Would you say Toscana or something?
Toscana. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
That's verified Friday, so we're good there.
We got it on the books.
Is it
Well,
on
yeah,
the books?
that's what I was going to talk to you about later,
Okay.
but it's confirmed.
And,
All right.
And
So-
am I coming? Because the hamstrings have healed up since the softball
Well,
injury.
oh, Jesus Christ. Maddie, this guy's got 2 left feet.
Listen,
All right, Mr. Shortcake, sorry, Mr. Shortcake.
there's so many things that you do for a happy future marriage that I'm doing right now.
I wouldn't
and
know that.
I suffered the consequences.
I wouldn't know that.
Like I tore 2 hamstrings going back 2 weeks ago, but and by the way, they're both heavily bruised on the back now. Like my mother-in-law was in town. We were in Mexico, and she goes, "Wow, your hamstrings are really bruised."
What about the bruises, like the bruises I sent you, the back of my whole leg when I had my knee done? That
Oh,
bad?
dude, that's nasty. Yeah, no. It was pretty bad, but here's the thing. I'm healed up, so is this a threesome? Like, I know this is being recorded.
You're
We can
coming.
all right, beautiful.
You're coming. Are you fucking
Bring it.
kidding? Come on.
I
you're
just
coming.
wanted to make
Well,
sure.
it depends, actually. If the hold on. Yes, you are coming. Because we could play 10 there if you wanted to. Because we have to take on the
Wow, I'm sure the GMs of
Golfaholics
those
again.
clubs
Yeah.
The GM loves it.
love that.
We have to play the Golfaholic guys again. And we called out Riggs, Mr. Short Game.
Oh.
Yeah,
we
did
did.
play
We've
too.
actually
I haven't heard back
No,
yet
no.
either.
We've actually called him out. I talked to our social media team, and they've called him out 3 times.
Okay, but
They've
he's
called
not.
him out
He's
3
not.
times.
He can't play. I mean, he's not very good, right?
Yeah, but we give
No,
him
he
a lot of
is.
strokes.
No,
He's all right.
Who are you talking about? Riggs?
Riggs. Well,
Riggs can play.
Riggs is can he?
I saw him play.
Okay.
Pat and I did the
I've
deal
seen
at
him
Troon.
swing and putt, and I'm telling you.
Well, I
don't
followed
think
him
so.
for 18 holes against my brother, 4 of them against Pat, and I caddied for Pat. He can play. Riggs can
Okay.
play. I saw him hit a
Okay.
driver off the deck. A driver off the
Nice.
deck. He
That's
hit
pretty
it to 45 feet from the pin.
That's pretty good.
Well done.
I mean, not
Yeah,
too many
well done,
guys
Riggsy.
can hit a driver off the deck.
Maybe he had a really good lesson that day.
Well,
Maybe.
we were all drunk. I know that. And
Well,
then-
he might play better drunk.
I mean,
Well,
I could
yeah.
hit a driver off the deck, but it usually goes in a bush. But
The
I
one
could
in
hit
front
it.
of you? The one in front of you or the one to the right?
usually pretty far right.
I want to get him out. Call him out again, Matt. Matt, call him out again real quick.
Yeah. So Foreplay Pod, aka the Foreplay Podcast.
And Butsy's in too.
You have been officially challenged
Again.
by the Pull Hook Podcast for now the 4th time. This will come out a week from now. This may be the 5th or 6th time by the time my social media team gets done with you guys.
Right.
Because every time you post something in Arizona, I think there was actually a post from Riggs of him like playing a hole at Greyhawk here in Arizona, and the social media team asked me, they're like, "Hey, should we send a comment?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, send a comment." He was here in
Yes.
Arizona, and like we've challenged
lives up
him
the street
multiple
from us.
times. Like, what the hell's going on here?
Right.
Yeah.
Let's
Say no.
let's get this on. We'll give him strokes.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need strokes. He doesn't need. He's actually a 0 or a 1 handicap.
Whoa.
Frankie will give about
Mr. Short Game, how do you feel about strokes? Because obviously Mikey, big break winner, Disney edition, out in Orlando. Myself, I've played on the mini tours, but like, are you a strokes guy? Like, do you play off of handicaps? Do you like that? Or do you like the purest version of the game, which is, hey, let's just go out and see what the boys have today?
Yeah, I mean, like if you want a stroke, I'll give you a stroke, but not Mikey. Like he doesn't get nothing.
What are you talking about? I'm crippled.
Yeah, I know. I've seen.
I'm a 5 handicap right now, gentlemen.
You can't be a big break winner and ask for strokes. That's part of it.
I would never.
But
Nicholson
like if
gave me 1 stroke once.
Hey, if Riggs is a 0, I'm happy with that.
There's no fucking chance Riggs is a 0.
If he is a 0, I'll give him a stroke, a 9. I don't care.
I know guys in New York City that have given him golf lessons. There's no chance.
That's because they're New York City. What do you expect?
Yeah. He's got
I
age.
mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, so.
Fair play.
Thank you,
I mean,
sir.
New Yorkers shit on
Matt,
everybody.
Matt, cheers. I love you. I know you're from New York.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Anywho, Riggs can play a little.
Okay.
Frankie can do okay. Lurch that day. Just what I mean, if you see the video between Pat against the 4 of them, I mean, Pat lips out for 6 feet to lose on the last hole.
Oh,
I mean, yeah. So, Pat
but they were playing best ball against him or something.
The
like
4-man scramble against
4
Pat.
versus 1.
Four we won.
Yeah.
All right.
And Pat
That's
was
actually tough to do.
He was smashed. Pat was.
Well,
he had the worst outfit on.
Hot take.
Butsy was there and all this. I mean, Butsy's great. I mean, he wants to come on our show too. But Riggs can play. I'm not gonna lie about that.
So he's got some decent game.
He can play.
I've just seen his short game on some of his like posts.
Oh, you'll
Hence
take him.
Mr. Short Game.
You'll take him, Mr. Short Game.
Yeah.
So
you get a little tight on the short game, I'll tear you up.
Yeah, I mean, I know Riggs. I love Riggsy, and he knows where I'm coming from. But Riggs, just text me. Get back to me. Email me.
Oh shit! Is he ghosting you on text?
Ouch.
No, I didn't text him, but I did.
You called him out.
You literally just called him out.
And so did you.
Like,
Yeah,
text.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe he's
It's
just
aggressive.
like, oh, I'm talking to your brother, this and that, and this, don't do anything with him. I guarantee that's what's going on.
Aggressive.
But whatever.
But no, Mr. Short Game, you brought up before we hopped on air about Dude Perfect, which I did a golf simulator deal with those guys back in the day. Awesome crew. They do such cool stuff. Actually, it actually gets me a lot of credibility with my nephews because they're very young. They love Dude Perfect. And I'm just curious. Like you said that they were doing some stuff out at Augusta.
Well, we all thought it was fake, or it was at some. We thought it was going to be when the video dropped. They're doing their all sports battle at Amen Corner. Everybody in the world thought it was one of these replica courses. Yeah, but no. You click on the video, and I'm like, it's just clickbait. They're at a Dallas course that has one of those replica Amen corners.
Right.
No, they're at the legitimate Augusta National. And you're just in awe of like, how did they get approval for this?
Wow.
So Fred Ridley talked about it in his press conference today and just said, hey, they got 50 million subscribers on YouTube. We're trying to reach a younger audience.
50 million?
57 million.
Fred Ridley gets it. No. This guy gets it. I've met with Fred Ridley in person, and so in New York City at Golf Pros NYC, and I gave him a demo for a golf simulator. Is this just a down-to-earth guy who just loves the game of golf, and he wants the game of golf to grow? He's also the impotence behind why the Amateur Women's Championship takes place at Augusta National the week before. Like he's thinking outside the box. He's not doing the norm, and he's breaking the trend in a lot of ways. So Fred Ridley, shout out to you, my man.
Shout out to you, Freddie.
That is phenomenal. But going back to you, Mr. Short Game. So he had a press conference because I missed that. I was in Mexico.
Yeah, he did. I believe that was today, and he was just talking about what the process of how that came around. He didn't even know who Dude Perfect was. And then,
I've never heard of them until you brought them up.
I don't really watch their channel. I'm super familiar with it. I love when I do see their stuff. I love it. I mean, it's super engaging and great content. They do a phenomenal job. And they get that young audience. So somebody brought it to him, and look, they do the drive, chip and putt at Augusta. Yeah. Then they added the women's amateur.
That's a good point.
Then they did this, and you're like, wow. And then, and he even alluded to the fact that, hey, they're going to do more stuff like this.
Good.
Now, I don't think they're going to ask me to come do a private club review and take a shower in the clubhouse.
My God, I hope they do.
That would be awesome.
I hope they do.
Yeah, why wouldn't they?
Well,
because Mikey and I will join you on that.
Yeah, well, he did it already at the print. He does it everywhere he goes.
I don't think my invite's probably in the mail at that point.
I'll text you.
So obviously they need like 50 million subscriber guys to be in there. Like I don't.
You're there. No. You're getting there. After this show, you're getting there for sure.
Everybody hit a like, please, and then whoever. Then we'll do a raffle and we'll bring our fourth.
But what they do to think outside the box is pretty phenomenal. And then they had Bryson DeChambeau was part of it too. That was the only downer I had. I was like, really? That's the guy you picked?
I love that everybody hates on him, but to me, that dude has destroyed his body for the benefit of golf.
He's going to be done by the time he's 30.
It is too bad, but at the same time, I feel like he knew the consequences of what he was doing.
I don't feel for him.
I don't think so.
You don't? No. As much of a science nerd as he was or is?
I agree with you. Mr. Short Game, I agree with you.
It's not like, look, when you play, like, look at a football player. They don't go into football thinking, oh, I'm going to get concussions and not be able to think when I'm 45 years old. They don't think like that. Yeah. They think like, dude, I'm going to destroy everybody.
Yeah. Correct.
That's all. And we all think like that when we're young.
That's a great analogy, actually.
That actually is. I mean, it put me in my place in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. You hear that?
They don't think like, yeah.
Hold on, just listen real quick.
It's rare when I admit I'm wrong.
Oh my God, there it is.
You just put me right in my place, and
I didn't do that on purpose.
But you are spot on. Mike's double fisting.
Not trying to do anything like that, but it's
Mr.
just
Short Game, keep it up.
We don't. Nobody thinks like that when you're young. You just think like, dude, I'm invincible.
You're right.
And but now
you
look
brought
at
up
him.
The football.
He's got a hip. He's got a wrist. He's got a this. And you're like, dude, shut it down.
Yeah. Why continue?
Matt, in your defense, that's a great point he made. So
no, he's spot on. No. The football.
I don't want you to get shit for it.
Listen, it's very tough. And here's why you want to tune in.
What, for a New Yorker to admit when they're wrong?
No, not just that. But Mr. Short Game, this is why you want to tune into his channel on YouTube, which we'll do a shout out here in a little bit. But literally, to bring in football as an analogy,
it's a great point,
into golf for that, but it relates so well. Because you're right. Nobody goes into football thinking, oh, I'm going to have brain damage and I'm probably going to have brain issues later on down the road if I'm not safe around concussions and CTE. Like, it is a real... It's an epidemic.
This is a true story, and Junior Seau was a very, very close friend of mine.
Oh, Jesus, man.
Okay?
Favorite player.
He was a very, very good friend of mine. And Junebug and I, we used to go out and have a great time when I lived in San Diego. We kept in touch. And I'll never forget when that happened. And he shot himself in the chest on purpose and with a note saying, send my brain to science.
100%, because he knew.
Figure out why.
He knew.
I mean, it was devastating. I mean, I mean, it's just like with my buddy, Greg Redwood.
Well, you hear these stories.
Yeah, but that's the truth. And I'll never forget it.
It really is unbelievable because, like, even if you watch the Will Smith movie,
I won't watch it.
Just some slaps going on.
What did Will Smith's hand say to the face?
Oh boy!
Slap!
Oh boy! Will did do a great movie on CTE and really put that on the map with the doctor as to like what scrutiny that doctor had to go through in order to publish what he did within the scientific community, the backlash from the NFL. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Like Will Smith, like he had one moment, and it's crazy because Denzel told him before,
Well,
Like,
it
well,
sounds just like
it actually
someone else
happened
we know in
after.
golf
The
right
devil,
now.
the devil comes at you at your greatest moment, and my God, did it ever for Will Smith? And when I look at,
Sounds like a golfer we know.
I don't know if the devil came at Will or if Will came at Will.
I think Will came at Will. I think Jada.
there's a lot of things. If you've been following this, there's a lot of
Well,
stuff.
apparently Jada
Yeah.
came out and said something that she has something wrong with her and this and that. I mean, Jay, did you hear Demi Moore complaining? She was hot as shit in that movie. Big old jugulars.
She has a hair issue to where she can't grow hair properly.
Yes.
And that's why the joke hit the way that it did. But Will originally laughed, then looked at her, and then was like, "Oh shit, I need to do something about this," because
Jada was
distraught.
bitching.
Yeah, she was upset. So that goes back to the point that behind every great man is a
there's
great,
swingers.
great woman.
They
But
sleep
hey,
with other women and men, whatever. I don't care. No excuse is good enough.
we digress hard on this show.
I'm not
from time to
digressing
time.
on this. Real
No,
quick.
you're
That's
digressing
terrible.
really hard.
No, that's true. Fact.
I don't know why he didn't take it as a compliment. Like when Demi Moore shaved her head in
She
G.I.
looked
Jane,
gorgeous.
that was like the
was she?
sexiest
Yeah.
like shave your head scene ever, right?
Right.
And I mean,
So, you're
Jada
like,
looks
yeah, okay.
phenomenal. Like there's very few women
And
that
Hugo
would look
was
great
probably
with a
going
bald head.
crazy.
Jada's one of them.
Jada is.
She looks good.
She looks
Right.
fantastic.
I would have been like, thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
put a
thanks,
wig
Chris.
on then.
Yeah.
Put a wig on then. If you're so worried about it, put a fucking wig on.
No, but then they could have come out afterwards. But anyways, there's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of.
I don't give a shit about
there's
Hollywood.
been a lot.
I never will. I don't
Yeah,
care.
but here's
Fuck 'em
the
all.
thing. For Will, there's been a lot of other things behind the scenes.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
swingers.
The whole
swingers.
thing. Yeah, but
you're
It's
right.
weird.
But
You're
that's it never
for them.
lands the way that you think it's going to land, and that's why that could end up being a really big challenge and issue. And it obviously built up with that.
I mean, let's get real here. This
Tom Cruise should win every
everything.
award.
I mean, he's gonna kill it when Maverick comes out.
He'll win
Top
nothing.
Gun. Top Gun 2.
I can't
Think of
wait.
that. Top Gun 2. I
But
can't
look,
wait.
let's just say
Movies
this.
suck. And Weinstein, hope you're having a good time in the fucking slammer with Bubba.
Here's the deal. If somebody slaps me and they turn around and walk away, I'm like, hold on, dog. Where are you going? Like,
Matt, you got me.
like you gotta say something like, dude, where are you going? You don't have to hit a guy and turn around.
Right.
We're throwing like it's go time.
Yeah, why
And
did he turn
'cause
around?
This is like in junior high, you know, like you have to stand your ground,
They
and it's
arrested him.
only gonna last for like 30 seconds before somebody breaks it up, anyways.
Good for
So you
Chris
got-
Rock.
You
Yeah,
gotta
but
go
here's
for
the
it.
thing, though. What if Will
Yeah, go.
Smith
I would've
just
punched back.
started going ham on Chris Rock? There was nobody there to protect him.
I know.
Nobody.
That's like
How about-
a golfer or somebody, or trying to, or one of your friends trying to sleep with your wife or something. You know what I mean? You don't turn around. You knock them out. Period.
Yeah.
If I were
How
to
come-
get slapped, I would knock the shit. I don't care how big they are. I would take the beating. At least I gave it a go.
Yeah, you got to take the beating, or at least he's a comedian. He could have made a million jokes after that.
Yeah. And now he's gonna sue him, and he got him
no,
arrested.
no. But
He got
he
arrested.
didn't. He didn't.
What do you mean he didn't? He got
didn't.
arrested.
No,
No.
He didn't. He didn't press.
I
charges.
read he got arrested.
No.
They picked him up. He may not get charged. I
No.
read an article on Google.
He
got arrested. Is that wrong?
There's your first problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were good. They asked if they wanted
Yeah.
Chris Rock to press charges, and he said
he
no.
didn't.
And they said, we're ready to arrest him
Yeah.
and take him now. And he said, no, don't do it.
Just mentioned. You got
Fires
duped
me
again,
up.
my friend.
You got to read the whole article.
What
All right.
are you working on right now? What course? What's your latest courses you've done so far?
When's this podcast coming out?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday.
Or
Okay, we're
tomorrow.
good.
I don't know.
No, next Wednesday.
Next
Well,
Wednesday.
I don't like the. So I did Marietta Country Club out here.
Oh, Rick
so
and
that's-
Dallas.
That's a
No,
great
no.
club.
Oh,
That's
no,
in.
I'm thinking of Mir. Yeah,
That's
sorry.
in California. There's another Marietta in Georgia. So I did that.
Oh,
That's
I thought you were talking about Georgia.
Georgia.
I
yeah,
thought you were talking about California.
yeah, there's one both places.
Yeah.
Marietta Country Club here in Georgia,
Great club.
which is it's pretty good. Good club, great clubhouse, classic. And then on Monday, I'll be at a place called Hawks Ridge out here, which is super nice. So hopefully I don't get caught filming in the clubhouse.
Yeah, right. Well, if you got away with it at the bridges, you're fine.
Well, Casey, like, paved the way, really.
Yeah, well, everybody at the bridges is, aces.
Some places are super cool with it, like the bridges was cool. Grand El Mar, super cool.
Yes, they were.
Bernardo Heights, the GM was like, dude, can I use this on our social media? This is awesome. Yeah. And so some places are super cool. Like others aren't, and they figure out a way to get a hold of me and tell me that they're not happy.
See, that's bullshit.
See, that's bullshit.
No, it is bullshit, because in the modern day, like, you're only shunning your club by doing that. And this is a public service announcement, which we tend to do on every single episode. Hey, if you're a country club out there and you're going to be a dick about this Mr. Short Game filming in your clubhouse, that's where you're going to gain a lot of new membership, a lot of intrigue, a lot of people that want to be a part of your club. Like, that
Pay the
is
dues.
like, yeah, pay your dues, but at the same time,
No, pay the dues.
well, listen, that is one of my biggest pet peeves that I've seen, and I've noticed with a lot of the bigger clubs, by the way, that they are in favor of gaining that publicity. Hence, Fred Ridley with Augusta National, the biggest.
He gets it.
Take his model and his example and allow somebody like Mr. Short Game to come in and actually promote your facility.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
you're doing them a service.
one is, I think Dude Perfect going to open the door a lot to more stuff like what I do and some of the other creators out there, because so I have different like categories of videos I do. And the private club reaches that 25 to 45-year-old demographic, like that young, even 18, anywhere from 18 to 35 is really the sweet spot for those videos, which is exactly what these clubs want.
Exactly. You
And they
want
just
them
don't
to be
realize
wanting to achieve that, right?
It'll make a few of the kind of stodgier members upset because what's he doing? He can't do that. This is our club. You don't know filming in here. I get that, but guess what? They're not going to leave the club. No. Because of my video of me taking a shower, showcasing the shower. They're not going to quit. And if they do, it doesn't matter, because you're going to get 10 more members. Who I get so many emails from people are like, hey, can you review this club? I'm thinking about joining this club. Can you go over there? Can you go here? And I'm like, I can't go to all these places. Yeah. So, but I will go to as many as I can. So they just don't get it. They think they're like behind this, curtain, and they want to keep the mystique. One club said, we want to keep the mystique.
Sounds like Scottsdale National.
Wow.
Silverleaf has gone far and above. Herman gets it. Period.
Yeah.
Whisper Rock gets it.
Some clubs get it. Many don't. It's golf. They're living in the Stone Ages.
Well, being in the area that you're in,
Desert Canyon, Desert Mountain gets it. Because they have great courses.
But being in the area that you're in now, Mr. Short Game, have you done anything like Sage Valley or anything around like Champions Retreat? Because Champions Retreat is not necessarily private.
Madison Club.
But like Champions Retreat was always the place that I went out to whenever I went out to Augusta, and then Augusta Country Club, and doing everything. Sorry, I got distracted. But so a lot of those little areas around Augusta, have you done anything around there, or are you planning to?
I haven't done anything around Augusta or the Champions Retreat like that. I did East Lake.
Ooh, East Lake's great.
No, that was my first private club video.
What was your take?
Well, it was
hit on 18.
No. I want to hear about the club.
I didn't know when he hit on 18. Driver.
No, I hit driver. I don't know, 5 wood?
3 wood? Yeah.
No, not or less than 5. I might have hit an iron in or something. I don't remember. I missed the green, got up and down for birdie or something.
Well, shocker. Hence the name.
Not the
tournament. Mr. Short Games.
He's not.
I got him down.
Folks, he's not getting up and down unless he's getting up and down.
Yeah, it's like going to a strip club and leaving with the hottest stripper. That's what he does. I mean, that's what Mr. Short Game does. That's how he gets up and down.
They strongly encouraged me to take the video down.
What?
Yeah.
Strongly.
Was there
strong.
was there a cease and desist?
No, but there was a.
So that was one step prior.
There was a the charity that has their tournament there that I was. So I was in a charity event there. It was more like they kind of put the screws to them, and so I didn't want to penalize them.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay,
Wow.
whatever. It's not worth it.
Whatever.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
you
maybe
didn't wanna
I'll get back
screw
there
over-
again.
Yeah, you will.
I'll do another video there.
I can see it in your eye.
Well, here's my deal. I'm like, look, I talked to them. They told me the deal. I said, look, I get it. Like, and I'm hoping they have a change of heart and allow the video to get reposted because
I do too.
It seriously showcases their club in a way that nobody else has ever showcased it. And it only promotes it in a great way to give people like, and I had so many people, this is the crazy thing. So many people like overseas and military and like that, like, dude, I've been so depressed. Your video just brought like life to me. Like it made me encourage me. It helped me through my darkest time. Like golf has been such a battle and it's the only like, man, this video, thank you. This is a place I'll never get to go to in my entire life, but to see it like through your eyes was something special.
Isn't that great?
That's what breaks my heart is that then some dude at the club doesn't like it and I got to take it down where hundreds and thousands of people around the world are like, it gives them like encouragement, just something in their life that they don't have.
Yes.
And
you're
public
like,
service announcement to East Lake Golf Club. Let Mr. Short Game actually release the episode.
Yeah. Someone who makes $45,000 a year is telling you not to do that when you got.
That's what breaks my heart. Is like, man, I know what it does. It's not like people aren't going to break down the door to go do what I did there. That's not what it's going to do. Like you could get on or not get on. People aren't going to like, I ruin my round by lugging a camera around, setting it up. And because
I've seen it.
I don't have time to set up the camera and then like go through my normal my whole pre-shot routine is set up on camera and then I hit a shot.
Your entire focus is on getting content rather than going out and playing a regular golf round. People don't understand this.
Maintaining pace of play.
Yeah. Matt, when we played the Bridges and the Grand, and thank God, remember Mr. Shurkin, we had, Golfaholics there with us, and you guys were a team. You filmed each other, this and that. We both topped our shots at number one at the Bridges. I'll never forget that.
You topped your first shot, Mikey?
No, the second shot. It was uphill.
Yeah. I topped my second shot.
It was a little
Did
chilly.
you guys actually publish that on camera?
Yeah.
I did birdie the hole. I birdied it too. I put it to a foot.
If you could send me the clip of Mikey topping his shot, I will post that on the Pull Hook Golf podcast.
I think Mikey made a 30-footer on top of my 2-footer.
That's fine, but I don't need to see that. I need to see the top.
We have it. We have it.
If you said or like point me in the direction. I love just shitting on Mikey. Whenever I can, I love to shit on Mikey, and it is fantastic because you get that face. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's the Big Break winner Disney Channel.
Still wool and toothpaste, boys and girls. Still wool and toothpaste.
Anyways, I digress, and we digress. But Mr. Short Game, you've given us so much time. I don't want to hold you up any longer.
Yes.
Is there anything that you want to shout out? I mean, we got to give a shout out to your YouTube channel, obviously, because of how freaking great that is. And I'm mad that I just discovered this through Mikey. So I actually have to give Mikey credit on this. But we are subscribers.
Thanks, Mike.
Of
And
course,
also,
brother. I got you back. You know that.
we just want to obviously give you a shout out here. So where can people find out more information about you?
Feel free.
Yeah,
Go.
Mr. Short Game on YouTube, it's all social media, internet. You got it. You'll find me, Mr. Short Game.
That's it. Yeah, he's the first one that pops up.
Mr. Short Game.
It's the first one that pops up.
Don't steal it. It's trademarked now, baby.
No,
yeah, there you go.
So are we, aren't
That's
we?
what's up. No, we're not. Yes, we are.
We got Steel Panther. What does he have?
You're patent pending.
Yeah, we're patent pending.
Are we? But he doesn't have Steel Panther.
Well, it's Steel Panther. Those
What's
guys.
Still Panther?
My son played.
That's
golf
our intro.
with so the guitarist, his son plays golf. He's in all.
What do you mean? One of my good friends, and I just played with him in Vegas. Well, I didn't play. I was in Vegas with him, but I invited him to play and his son.
Yeah.
To play. I was just watching.
My son played with him against him in tournaments all the time.
Yeah, that's
out in LA.
incredible.
Yeah. I'm talking to this guy. I'm like, what do you do? He's like,
Satchel's the best.
Yeah,
Satchel's
yeah.
the best.
He's like, yeah, I play guitar.
I can't give out.
go
I
on tour.
can't give out his real name on.
I know, yeah.
YouTube. It's
I wouldn't do
Satchel.
it.
No,
Satchel,
don't.
you got Ralph, or oh shit, you got Michael Starr.
Yeah,
and sticks it in you.
You're good.
Sticks it in you and Satchel.
He told me, he just said, yeah, don't Google us around your kids. And
No.
I said,
that's a bad
uh-oh.
idea. No, Mr. Short Game, you know our intro song is
Just
just like Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
Jinx,
yeah.
drink.
There you go.
And it's done by Steel Panther, of course. You know,
Love
that's about his beautiful day that he had on Thanksgiving. When he lost his tooth and his eye, and back when
I mean, there was an iron through the back of a Cadillac.
So yeah,
Oh my God.
that 98 Escalade got hammered, but
Hilarious.
He was just as injured as he is now.
yeah, exactly. And then when Dave Chappelle did that for Shizzle and all that shit, you know, when he had the black tooth, the Nike glove, the rest.
Before we let you officially go, Mr. Short
Yeah,
Game,
sorry, Mr. Short Game. You got to talk to
who
kids.
who are your top 3 choices? I'm not going to pin it down to one. For all the betting people out there.
For Augusta?
You were out there on Monday.
Okay.
Who do you got for this week? Which they won't hear this till next Wednesday, so you're safe.
So, okay. So my picks were, where did I have them here? I had them here. Did a whole podcast.
Can't
on this
remember
thing.
them?
No, well, I know my number one. My number one. Well, I had Tony Finau as he's my pick to win.
Oh, dislocated ankle
I
at a
love it.
Masters.
I
I mean,
love
they
it.
owe him something, right?
I love
the
it.
golf gods.
Well, you're not supposed to run at the Masters, so maybe that was bad karma that year. But I got him as my pick for the win.
That.
Fair.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
What are the next 2 though?
I would say
You got 3 choices here.
I got 3 choices.
Yeah.
Here they are. No. Do I have it? Oh yeah. Okay, Cam Smith.
I love it.
Wow.
But can
How
he
about
go?
that?
Could he go Sawgrass and then back to back?
I mean,
like,
he can, but
it's
his
rare.
putter.
Yeah.
Well,
That thing is
nobody
unbelievable.
Really, your third?
And then I'll give you my sleeper. He's not really my third,
Okay.
but I'll give you my sleeper is Matt Wolf.
No way. No chance.
Actually,
He could
I'm not
bomb
gonna
it.
lie.
No chance.
I threw $2
No
on him
chance.
today. I
Yeah.
did.
What's
And he
the
could
odds?
putt.
So far
If his
deep.
odds are look deep, I'll throw.
I mean, look at the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
What has he done
Wait
all
for it.
year?
I know.
It doesn't
I know.
matter.
Kid's so good. I don't know. It does matter. No, it does matter because this course it has to matter. If you hit it left on 10, you hit it left on 11, you're done. You hit it left on 13.
I don't even know from standing on 10. I don't know how you do hit it left there. I
It's
mean,
hard.
Yeah.
it looks like you
gotta
could just
really-
bomb it
I
straight
say-
or right.
I
No,
say it.
you're trying to
say
hook
it
in.
like I've played.
Did you guys see Justin Thomas hit during his practice round and then Thursday, Friday, and I think Saturday of the year Dustin Johnson won? He hit this little rope hook around the
Yes.
corner.
Yeah.
And
You could
my-
hook
Got
it
that
pretty.
nailed.
Yeah,
He's
you
got that
you
shot
could,
nailed.
but
Like to miss
What do
left.
you think taught him that shot?
But if you pull hook golf,
Big cat.
obviously. No, the pull hook
Big
golf.
cat. Yeah,
No.
big
If
cat.
you pull hook, you're fucked.
You got to pull hook. You got to
That
amateur
should be our new
that guy.
sticker. If you're pull,
Like
if you pull
to
up,
miss
you're
on
fucked.
10. Like Rory, I don't know how he did that on that hole.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
crazy.
Well,
I've walked that
I mean,
too.
there's a lot of nerves that took
Well,
place, which is why he even talked
well,
about it this week.
How Jerry got out of the goddamn trees.
Bubba.
I mean, yeah, Jerry. I only call people by their birth.
Yeah, I know.
But
Mikey, when are you gonna stop shitting on poor fucking Bubba?
I know Bubba.
Bubba's
when he
great.
starts
You
when he
just
starts
keep
unbuttoning
shitting on
his
him.
shirt. His
Oh,
name's Jerry.
God. I'm gonna bun my shirt for Bubba.
His name is Jerry.
I did it on the first episode. I'm doing
It's
it
after
again.
his dad.
Yeah,
you
I know, but
His name's
god
Jerry.
damn it,
Anywho,
Bubba.
He hit it through the goddamn trees. And
He's not as bad as you say he is.
Miracle shot.
What do you mean he's not as bad as you say? Have you hung out with him? I have.
I have stories, but
I digress.
He's the only guy.
Let me pull Matt real quick. I digress. So, Mr. Short Game, my top.
That was fantastic. By the way, the professionalism that you just threw out there in your digress was just absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I'm not a rookie here, Chief.
Well done.
You may be my boss and whatever.
I'm not your boss.
No, you're not my boss.
You're the talent.
Right, you're not.
You're the talent.
I'm so bigger man than you, Johnny.
Well, Matt, it's past midnight.
But anyway, real quick. I got Will Zalatoris, and I'm going with.
Wow, that's a good pick.
It's time for Justin.
Yeah, those are
Justin
two guys
Rose?
on my list.
Yeah, Rom, he's out.
So
Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas.
Oh,
and I want Will. I want Zalatoris.
So I like
and
that.
I want Justin Thomas.
Wow, my brother-in-law actually sent out to me today. He texted me today. He knew we were recording the show, which is why he decided to send me his pick and show me his gambling debt that he's going to take on. But he goes, I don't care if Will Zalatoris can't putt this year.
Have you seen his putting stroke?
It's terrible. It is
so
puke worthy. I mean, Mr. Short Game, I do actually have to ask you. I saw a clip of him from 5 feet. And he made
that's
the putt.
where it's horrible.
He made the putt.
That's what we were talking about.
And it was pulled about 20 degrees to the inside.
Yeah, he's got a hook motion to it.
Oh, it's actually very tough to watch.
I don't know how people putt with that shit up their arm under stress. I don't get it. Just go
your
low
YouTube channel is Mr. Short Game.
Yeah,
and putting is obviously a part of the short game.
Well, he's a good putter.
What would you recommend to him?
Fucking go left-handed.
Well, hang on. Let's hear
I mean, everybody's he and Lexi Thompson need to get together on short putts.
Good call.
Maybe if they had a child together, that child would have it straightened out. I don't know, because
maybe he needs a glove
or the worst putting stroke ever.
But like, who was it? Who was that PGA Tour guy who would slice every putt? But
Billy Mayfair.
Billy Mayfair.
Yeah.
You know, you could get away with it if you know it's coming.
But he's got a
hook. The greens were different back then.
Yeah, that's true too.
You gotta remember this. So technology, these guys have the best greens in the world. They have nothing to bitch about.
Here's what I would do.
Make everything.
I'll tell you what I would do. If I were him,
nothing to bitch about.
If I were Zalatoris, I would go this week. I would find Bernard Longer and I would say, help me. Yeah.
Bernard got over the yips and clearly 100% mental. Yeah. So for him, it's like, if he has to do that stroke, does he still make the 5-footers at Augusta National?
No, not on those greens.
Not on Sunday, he won't.
Nope,
no.
Not on that.
That's a problem.
Not on that back
Absolutely
pin on
not.
17. Not on.
Which is why I secretly laughed at my brother-in-law, by the way, when he sent me that pick.
4.
Which is why I'm laughing at both of you for even considering Will Zalatoris. My picks, by the way, this year. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Good old Dusty Johnson.
I'm telling you, shut the fuck up. I gotta get some sleep. God damn.
It's only 9:30. It's only 9:30.
Your backdrop shook when he slammed the door.
He did.
It was vibrating.
Dude, he's about to go in there and beat your ass.
I know. That's what we're waiting for. Is 'cause
I turned my microphone down so fast.
I've never seen a human being be demasculated so hard in my life.
Well,
please let us know on the next episode, Mikey, how bad this beating is. And, Mr. Short Game,
thank you so much for coming on.
I
love
you,
brother. I'll be in touch with you for sure.
Anytime.
Anytime.
Thank you for tuning in to Pole Hook Golf, the podcast. Make sure to hit subscribe and go to www.polehookgolf.com for more information.